We're here with another episode of CRE Insight. I have my wonderful friend Geraldine Serrano from STG Specialty Tax Group here with us, where we spotlight extraordinary people producing exceptional results. Welcome to the show, Geraldine.
Thank you for having me, Jamie. I am the director for Specialty Tax Group. I specialize in helping both residential and commercial real estate investors unlock tax savings through a tax strategy called cost segregation.
Okay, well, for those in the audience that don't know what cost segregation is, in simple man's English, what can you say about it?
So, a cost segregation study is a detailed engineering analysis of the building that identifies all the different components inside and outside of the building that can be on a faster depreciation schedule, which gives the real estate investor more depreciation up front that they can use to reduce their tax liability and improve their cash flow. So when you own residential investment properties, they're depreciated over 27 and a half years. Commercial buildings are depreciated over 39 years.
So if you take a commercial building and figure out the annual depreciation on a straight line basis, that's a really long time. But what you're doing is you're pushing it forward, front loading the depreciation so they can have more tax savings. Am I right?
Yes. So the cost segregation study will identify the 5-year assets inside a building, which are items like carpet, cabinets, countertops. And outside the building, we'll find 15-year assets. And those are going to be your land improvements like asphalt and landscaping. So
Mhm.
you're right. It shows you how you can front load a significant amount of the depreciation or the total depreciation you'd get over a 27 and a half or 39-year period, and how you can front load a significant amount of that depreciation you can use today versus having it spread out over such a long time.
Okay, so it sounds like cost segregation is most beneficial early on in the ownership kind of timeline or history. Is that right?
Yes, because then you get more accelerated depreciation up front because you wouldn't have taken as much if you do it farther down the road.
Okay, well that's really important. And then in those instances where you're kind of the second opinion on a cost segregation study, what are some common mistakes that you've seen in other people's reports that you have caught on to, captured, whatever?
So a real estate investor that saw an online presentation of mine, um, she she wanted my firm and I to do cost segregation studies on all the properties that she had acquired in that within a year.
Mhm.
And when I was working with her, she shared a cost segregation study done by another firm right before she met me. And when my team and I looked at this report, they only got her 13% that they moved into a faster depreciation schedule off of that building basis.
Mhm.
And so when my team and I looked at it, they missed a bunch of the electrical and the plumbing. So uh, basically, that goes back to what I mentioned earlier, that it all depends on your knowledge and expertise. In my company's report, it's detailed. You are going to see a breakdown of every single component that is in that building.
Mhm.
And so, and also, my company will cite court cases that will tell the IRS why we say certain assets can be on
Mhm.
a faster depreciation schedule. Other firms, it's not a detailed report. A lot of times it's 1 page, it's 2 pages. There is no breakdown. They just give you totals of different categories. So it really depends on, I think, your knowledge and expertise on what you think can be on a faster depreciation schedule. And
Mhm.
it shows in firms' reports.
Right. So it seems like Specialty Tax Group is much more thorough. The documentation is there, and your calculations, the cost segregation study, you can defend it with the IRS. Am I right?
Right. To give you background on my company and my team, the founder of Specialty Tax Group has an extensive background in cost segregation. He's worked for two different large accounting firms that have their own cost segregation group.
Yeah.
So he definitely has an extensive background in cost segregation. Also, there is a group called the American Society of Cost Segregation Professionals.
Mhm.
The founder of my company is on the board, and the engineers on my team are certified through that group. So that their knowledge and expertise is reflected in the results we get for our clients. Well, so with Specialty Tax Group, what they focus on is getting in front of as many CPAs as they can.
Mhm.
Because besides cost segregation, we offer assistance with another tax deduction and other tax credits. So, there's a lot of firms out there that only assist with cost segregation
Yeah.
or cost segregation and the research and development tax credit.
Mhm.
But we offer so much assistance with another deduction and other tax credits. So that's why we want to make sure we get in front of as many CPAs as we can so
Yeah.
we can help them and their clients. So my goal for 2025 is to meet as many CPAs as I can so that I can help them and their clients because my firm, Specialty Tax Group, is unique in that way. I haven't met another firm that offers so much assistance with so many credits and another tax deduction.
I think it's having that resourcefulness, having like a willing heart to help people. And I think people feeling comfortable to reach out, I think that's the key because when people feel comfortable to reach out, then you can get into a conversation about cost segregation or whatever your business is. But the fact that they think of you, I think is like tremendous.
Yeah. So that's what I want to be remembered. So I definitely tell people that I want them to view me as a resource and that if you have any questions about anything, if I can help, I will. Well, thank you for having me on this podcast, Jamie. I want you to know that you're a big reason why my company and I became a platinum sponsor with Southern California CCIM.
Thank
It's
you, Geraldine. That
been,
that means a lot. Well, besides that, would you like to tell the audience any thoughts for farewell?
if you have any questions about cost segregation, want more information, you want a complimentary estimate, please feel free to call or email me.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you for being on the show. This was an exciting episode, very eye-opening, and a deep dive into cost segregation. So thank you so much, Geraldine. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thanks, Jamie.